We are business advisors, taxation consultants, and strategists that specialise in setting up businesses. We understand the client and give them the very best customised advice and strategies to achieve their goals. Visit our website, dkpco.com.au, or give us a call today on 03 9023 9370. Fast, proactive, personal. That's DKP & Co Chartered Accountants.
Since 1998, Lanco Group has been providing superior civil engineering solutions and advice to developers, local government and service authorities across Australia. Lanco Group is known for delivering sustainable, efficient solutions. By working closely with clients, Lanco Group is able to meet the complex infrastructure requirements for residential, commercial and industrial developments on time, on budget. Find out more at lancogroup.com.au. Lanco Group, your business partner for engineering solutions.
Western United, can they find something here? Big chance, Berisha! He's done it again! And it's a goal! Unbelievable! What about this? Dylan Berisha, his first touch of the game. Sanchez! Western United do claim the 3 points. And Diamanti again! Oh, he's done it! Twice! He's chipped a keeper!
Presented by Simmons. It's The Green Room on FNR, Football Nation Radio.
That's right. Brand new presenting sponsor, brand new season and brand new hosts. Josh Parrish and Lachie Flanagan here from FNR. The Green and Black is back and we are delighted to be here for the 2021-22 A-League season, all on behalf of Simmons. This is the official Western United Club show here on Football Nation Radio. If you haven't joined us before, it will be a weekly insight behind the scenes into one of the A-League's newest and most ambitious clubs. I'm Josh, he's Lachie. Lachie, you pumped? Because I'm pumped.
It's sort of same but different. Like, we had so many great memories from the last season, and the vibes in this off-season, from what we've been paying attention to from the club, have been good. Everything's been very solid. I don't throw that word vibes around, too delicately. It's been really good. And basically, we just want to give everyone an insight into the red hot stuff that is going on at Western United at the moment, Josh. That's what we're here to do.
Well, first cab off the rank.
And we are doing it with a bang. Like, we're not starting off slowly.
No,
straight to the top.
Not at all.
Straight to the top.
Starting off, our very first guest is a star new signing, Aleksandar Prijović. Welcome to the Green Room and welcome to Australia.
Happy to be here.
Thank you so much for making the time and joining us. Tell us, how has your experience been in Melbourne so far? Just off air, we were talking about some unpredictable weather, taking some adjusting, but how are you enjoying the city?
Well, the weather keeps me definitely busy, so I have to take care of what I'm wearing every day. So, yeah. Overall, everything is very positive. I mean, still trying to settle in, to find an apartment and then to move in and prepare the travel of my family. So basically focusing now at the moment mainly on getting ready, physically and getting to know the players. That's my priority. So because the season starts soon and we want to give our best to make a good result. So, this is now lately my main focus, to get fit, to get to know everybody, and to be ready for the start.
And thinking back to your first interview with the club, Alex, I remember you saying that your first impressions of Melbourne were good. Obviously, you've had the weather to adjust to as well. But now that we've been out of lockdown for a couple of weeks and everything's been nice and open and we can get out and about, in between training, have you had a chance to sort of show yourself around the city? Has anyone from the club given you a sort of guided tour? Have you got Diamanti's sort of tips for going through Melbourne?
Definitely. I mean, there's so many places to go. It's a big city, and I'm just here for a few days, basically. That I'm out of quarantine and freely to move around. And as you say, everything is now still opening, and the people getting used to this situation and to normal life, let's say it like that. And yeah, I think there are a lot of very nice places. I've been to a few ones, so a lot of people in the club are giving suggestions where to go and what to do. And yeah, I think I will have enough time and to see all the good places. So yeah, I'm not rushing now.
As long as the weather stays right, you'll definitely have that chance over the summer, until it rains. But you mentioned quarantine there, and we know that one of the other A-League imports or A-League men's imports from this season, Daniel Sturridge, has been trying to keep himself busy, posting about his haircut and all that sort of stuff. What sort of things have you been doing to pass the time while you've been at home?
Well, I've been lucky, but no, I've been also unlucky because I've been in the city center of Melbourne in the lockdown, and I had a very small room. I think maybe, I don't know, it had maybe 10, 11 square meter. So it was a very small space with windows that couldn't be opened. So, in the first 1, 2, let's say 3 days, it was okay because you are still from the jet lag, sleeping mainly, at night, sometimes watching TV shows and then sleeping, like 7, 8 times a day I was sleeping to get used to everything, to the time difference, to the time zone, etc. But I think the main issue was the lack of fresh air. I couldn't open a window, so after the 4th day, I felt a bit kind of like in prison,
Yeah,
I even said to my friends, like, hey, it's even better. I think it's even better in prison. At least you can have a walk for an hour and talk to other people.
Well, it's good that you
not able.
It's good that you can get back out in the
but then in the end it was okay. Everything, the food delivery, people were very kind, and they tried to make the stay as comfortable as possible. And I've been keeping myself busy with watching several TV shows, documentaries, trying to stay a bit fit, to keep a bit training, on the bicycle and doing some exercises. So basically, that was my daily routine.
Well, this feels like a good way to, because, the whole point of the Green Room, what we're here to do, obviously, is to share all the great things that are happening at Western United, but to tell the fans, a little bit more of the personal side of the people that make this club and the players. So I feel like this is a good way to start it, because you brought up, the fact that you've been watching stuff on Netflix. Is there a recommendation that you want to give to the fans? Because people can learn a lot from what content they're consuming.
Well, now if you ask me like that, I don't know which one to recommend. I mean, there are several thousand TV shows on Netflix.
I don't want to run the risk of leading the witness here, but while you would have been in quarantine, I feel like Squid Game would have been quite a popular thing.
I watched it, yeah.
So is that going onto the recommendation list for Western fans?
Yeah, definitely. I can recommend it. It's a good TV show, good TV serial, and but there are many. I mean, at a certain point, you start watching things that you even usually don't watch because. You have enough time, all time of this world, and then you start to watch also things that you usually wouldn't even consider. So,
well, let's talk about Aleksandar Prijović, the footballer. If people haven't seen you play before, what are your main strengths? What do you bring to the table on the pitch?
Well, obviously, my job is to secure the club with points and goals, and I would say that's my strength. The box is my area, and I'm trying to make to create a lot of problems for the opponents, just with my appearance on the field. With my movements, with causing stress in the defense. Causing problems, the mistakes for them, etc. But mainly scoring goals. That's like my strength. Yeah.
So you operate in the opposition penalty area, looking for the one mistake where you can get ahead of a centre back.
Well, I hope I will not have to be mainly focusing on others' mistakes, but on our creation and on our dominance. I hope that we're going to create a lot of opportunities where we're going to score, all of us. And I think this is the one of the main focuses that we need to have as a club, to be dominant, to create chances, and not too much to wait on the opponent's mistake. Because, of course you have to do that as well, but I think it's in our hands, and we need to take advantage and to take the next step, for this club.
So with that in mind, what was the pitch to you? How did Western United convince you to join, and why did you think it was a good move to come here?
Well, as I said, from mid August, I was a free player, so I was negotiating with a lot of clubs from Europe and the Asian market, and at some point, I think that mainly what pitched me was the determination and the will of the coach and of the staff of the owner and the CEO, that they really, you could feel that they really wanted me to join the team, and that they were very ambitious with their goals and with the way they wanted the Western United to look. And it's still a fresh club, so I think that's a great possibility, to build something and to be also remembered. And I think, the way that with a new club, you can basically, when you play in a club that exists already for 100 years and didn't win any trophies, for 100 years, then it's hard to believe the next season it will be the one where you're going to win the trophy, But when you go to a club that is new, that exists, for a few years, then you can have an impact in which direction the future of the club will go, and in which direction they want to head. And I had the feeling that the coach and the CEO and the owner are, hungry to make something big, and are not, just there to survive, and to just be there and play the game. I think they want to win, and that was one of the triggers that made me, go for it.
So it's a great point you raise. I mean, being part of something new at the ground level, because the first title that, a club like Western United wins, that team, those players will be immortalised. Is that a big motivating factor to sort of write yourself into the history of this new club?
Well, definitely. I mean, generally, when you win trophies in any club, in any competition, it is anywhere in the world. If you win the league and the championship, it's not easy. I've won with a few clubs, cups, championships in Greece, in Poland, cups in Switzerland, in Greece, Poland. I played also finals where I lost, in penalties and unluckily, but anywhere you win some trophy, you stay remembered. But what I tried to say is if a club exists for a very long time and didn't win nothing, it's hard to, be hungry for the next season to win trophies. Actually, then a club that is just playing to survive and to be there and to be a part of the championship, but it's not showing any direction. And with a new club, you can build somehow, the way where the future of the club will go, So that was one of the points that were determining, for me to decide to come here.
I feel like if that isn't a statement of intent from a new player coming into a club, I really don't know what is. Alex, you had your first chance to play with the side in a sort of competitive fashion not that long ago against Melbourne City. Obviously, you played the 3 45-minute games in that one day out in Geelong. Take us through your first experience of playing through the club and against another A-League men's club as well.
Well, it's still early to say our direction. Where we're going to stand in the end. Of course, I see the players are very fit and motivated and ready. They had a very long preseason. The game was, if I have to analyze now the game, I mean, we had 2 penalties and an own goal. So, it's what can you say about this in the end of the day? it's football and this kind of things happen, you know. But I think that there were not too many created chances by the opponents, and also the fact that we played a very strong team, a very strong opponent, a team that is going for sure to compete for the championship, you know, the next season. I think, you know, there is material that we can hold on and improve, you know, as a team and as a club. So, as I said, it's very early to see the direction where we will go. But I see that the motivation is high and the physical preparation is good. So, you know, I think we are ready to start the season.
And what about the relationships with the other players off the field? Because we hear you already have a best friend in Leo Lachie. Is that correct? Did you guys know each other from Switzerland, or did you meet in Australia?
No, we know each other we played together. I think it was one of our, I went to Italy and then to England, and I came back to Switzerland to Sion, and this was kind of my first steps where I played more professional minutes, and also it was his first steps of professional football in Sion. So we were together, like, I don't know how long, it was maybe 10 years ago, 11 years ago. We played for a short time together, and you see, football world is very small, and at some point you play together again.
on the other side of the world. How weird is that?
Yeah, you see, yeah. If you would made a bet 10 years ago about this situation, it would be nearly impossible to happen, you know.
Well, the fact that you've brought up Leo and the game against Melbourne City over the weekend brings me perfectly into a little bit of a rumour that I wanted to address that's come through from a Western United source. Apparently after that game, and you can tell me if this is true or not, all of the international players, so yourself, Leo, Rene, Dia, carpooled home from that game. Did you guys drive together back home? Is that what happened?
Yeah, we went together to that game, yes.
Well,
and we went together.
Can you tell me about that experience to and from the game in that car? Because obviously you already know Leo. I'm sure you're familiar with the character that Diamanti is. One of Western's former players you might be familiar with, Besart Berisha. He came on this show last year and said that he had a very interesting time being in the car with Alessandro Diamanti. Tell us what it was like, that little carpool sesh with some of your international teammates.
Yeah, I mean, we went to the game together. It was a friendly game. We knew what to expect. You know, it was a last test before the next cup game, and yeah, it was an hour drive. We had some, you know, regular things, music.
Who's in charge of the music in the car?
Yeah, Diamanti.
Yeah, that's what we thought.
No, but he has a good taste. So
yeah, Euro dance hits.
It was not boring, yes.
See, we get a little insight into that because he put some of those on his Instagram story.
Yeah,
and,
someone in Australian football, someone has taken all of the songs that Dia plays on his Instagram stories and has made it into a playlist on Spotify. So if you like his music, we've got it collated for you.
Yeah, it was a lot of Italian songs, so yeah. It was nice. It was nice to listen to it. So definitely we enjoyed the ride. No?
So we want to talk a little bit about your experiences at international level. Take us back to that World Cup qualifier against Georgia for Serbia at the Maracanã Stadium. It was the last game to qualify for the World Cup in 2018. You were on the bench. Tell us about that day and what went through your mind